Hey everyone, it's Daniela, and today is VEDA Day 24. So today I ran in my first official 5K race, which was kind of cool. It was the Cary Greenway Half Marathon. It was like the inaugural one. I'm not really sure what the charity was that they were going to, but that's okay. So the event had like a half marathon, a 10K, and a 5K, and I did the 5K. And it was pretty cool. Let's see. It was a little interesting. I've only done one other like official race where you like sign up and get a number and stuff. So this one had like an open start time, which means that you could start anytime between 8 a.m. and 10 p.m. 8 a.m. and 10 a.m. So a 2 hour window because it was on the greenways around Cary, and they just didn't want a ton of people running out on the greenways all at once. So it's to kind of spread things out a little bit. So my boyfriend and I ran in it together, and he ran with me, which was nice. And we decided to get there around 8 so that we could get it over with early. We didn't know what the weather would be like, and that way we hoped it would be a little cooler, and then we would still have time to go to church. This morning was actually raining. Not when we ran, it stopped by then, but it was still kind of cool and a little bit wet out, which was nice because then I still got hot running, but I didn't get as hot as I have been running in the afternoon. And one of the things I like about when I do races is getting to run different places, because normally I do all my running around the lake in the park right by where I live. And it's nice, but I'm just really used to it. I know what it's like. The loop itself is 2 miles, and then I just do 1 more mile. And so I know what to expect, and there's little quarter-mile markers. But this race, it was a 5K. I was going 3.1 miles, but I didn't set my timer, so I didn't really have any way to gauge how far we were going. And I think they were supposed to have signs, but they had sent an email later today saying that they put the signs up yesterday and then some got vandalized or some got moved around today. So that was a bummer, but that's okay. It was a nice run. It was pretty going through the park we started off at and going down some of the greenways that I've never really run in that area. So we started off near this little shelter, and we ran down this dirt path, and some people were like telling us the direction to go. And once we kind of like went down that way and went to the left, it was all pretty straight down one path of greenway. We crossed two streets in some little neighborhoods, and then we had to cross at like a light, but they had somebody there pushing a button, and then we had to run a little bit farther to like near a Kroger where there was like a little water station, and for us that's where we got to turn around. And at one point I did slow down to walk to go like up a hill to the crosswalk intersection. And then I ran most of the way back. It was a little bit easier having an idea of the distance on the way back, because I guess without having an idea of how far I was going, it was hard to think about how hard do I want to push myself now, how much energy do I want to save. And then as we were heading back the other way, because it was just like out and back, I kind of had an idea, and I did pretty good with running, and I think I was even running a little faster, so I tried to slow down so I wouldn't like tire myself out. And we got back into the park, and then we had to turn right up back onto this little dirt path where we started off, and that little area on the way back was all uphill and kind of like steep and curving, and I was pretty tired, so I did keep running, but it felt like I wasn't really running very much. I was just kind of like slogging along. And then because of the open start time, there really weren't too many people right around us, which was nice. So it was really just me and my boyfriend going up, and then there was a couple people starting on their way past us. And so he held my water bottle for me, and he ran ahead of me a little bit, and then we ran over the mats and got some water. And they didn't have medals, but they had these pretty nice mugs that you got when you finished, and I got a t-shirt. And then they emailed the race results to us. And so my boyfriend was checking that this morning after church. And in the 5K, there were actually only 18 people who ran that part because most of the participants did the 10K and the half marathon. But he was trying to figure out my results and his results. And I got second in the female division out of 9 females. But still, that's still awesome. And I finished in 36 minutes and 21 seconds, and he finished in 36 minutes and 20 seconds. So that was good. It wasn't like a best time because I've run 3 miles a little bit faster than that, but I guess it's like my official best time is what he says because it's an official 5K. So that was cool, and because I technically was in the top three of one of the categories, I also can get like some award. I don't know what they are. But everybody left shortly after they finished because it was still kind of rainy and we had church. So they emailed all like the winners to say that we could go pick up our thing after Tuesday. So I'll probably do that next weekend. I've never expected that I would win anything in any kind of race. And I know a big reason is because there weren't that many people, but I'll take it. So that was my fun race today. And I'll be back tomorrow. Have a good night. I'm going to go to bed soon.